am a president of a sovereign state, and we have long ceased to be a colony. I do not have any master except the Filipino people. Nobody but nobody. You must be respectful. Do not just throw away questions and statements. Putang ina, mumurahin kita dyan sa forum na yan.
Calling the U.S. president a son of a whore. For more, let's cross to correspondent Dean Bernardo. Why is this so much of a hot-button issue, so much so that it prompts that kind of talk?
Well, the president, Rodrigo Duterte, has been really focused on doing his way. It is his style. Even before he started campaigning, pardon us or pardon the country for for his deliberate and straight to the point words. And he has no deniability that his language is guttural. Now, talking to his communications people, they always say after the president has said, you have to understand that this is his way of speaking. This is his style. And he's a no-holds-barred type of a president. That's what they want to describe Mr. Duterte. But Mr. Duterte has been facing a lot of difficulties, not only from the international front, but even here at home, here in the Philippines, who have been questioning his style, his efforts of really ridding the country of drug problems. That has been his program, that has been his focus. And from the city of Davao, he wants to do this on a national level. Now, he's been very, very sensitive about this. We try to understand his position because there's a lot of things that needs to be done. Similarly, he doesn't want to be portrayed as somebody who just follows, the tradition that we're close with Washington. And he doesn't want to be seen as somebody who would kowtow to the statement of any U.S. president, whether it's President Obama or whoever is sitting in Washington. That is his style. So he wants to emphasize that he is distancing himself from the United States. He is an independent, and that this is, that's what he said, the Philippines is sovereign. Now, at the same time, there are also concerns that he's also trying to align himself with China. Also, he even expressed publicly his interest to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, whether it's a change in the Philippine diplomatic policy under the Duterte administration, we are still trying to find out where are we really going for this.
Still trying to find out. Dean, we're looking at live images of U.S. President Barack Obama right now landing in Laos, first U.S. president to visit that Southeast Asian nation ahead of that ASEAN summit. Before I cross back to you, Dean, let's listen to what Obama said just before he left China when it came to the strong words of the Filipino president.
I just heard about some of this, but I have seen some of those colorful statements in the past. And so clearly he's a colorful guy. And what I've instructed my team to do is to talk to their Philippine counterparts to find out, is this in fact a time where we can have some constructive, productive conversations?
All right, Dean Bernardo, you heard there what Barack Obama said. What's your prediction? What's going to happen in Laos?
Yes, I did. Well, if the president, similarly, the president President Duterte arrived in Laos earlier, his tone was completely different. Slightly, a little bit, not really apologetic, but he hasn't really changed his perspective. He's willing to meet with President Obama, but he does not want to be told on the extrajudicial or the human rights issues affecting the country. But I cannot blame, and we cannot blame President Obama. President Obama was here in the Philippines only last December for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, and he was welcomed here. A lot of discussions between Manila and Washington, and if the president would be President Obama rather would be meeting a very hostile President Duterte, I could understand his position. But President Duterte, we have reports coming in from Vientiane right now in Laos. You know, his statement has not really changed, toned down a bit. He still doesn't want Obama asking him questions about his programs. And similarly, you know, he's also receiving, according to a friend there in Vientiane covering the ASEAN meeting there, is that Mr. Duterte is being received like a rock star there. And our friends in media has been trying to, international and local Philippine media, have been trying to get comments from Mr. Duterte. And that's going to be quite interesting to follow in the next couple of days.